So, Blake, what is your number 5?
My number 5, well, I would have to say would be Close Encounters, I think.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow?
I try to like this movie, but I always
like it. It's a good movie. Yeah, I really like it.
There's always something about it that I just don't. Maybe it's a little too slow for me.
All right.
Maybe I'm stupid, but
it's a good one. It's a good one.
My number 5 is Jurassic Park.
Ooh, all right. We already got some conflict there.
I was debating what do I want? Do I want to put Munich at number 5 or Jurassic Park? When I thought about it,
all
Jurassic
right.
Park,
the original one, right?
as a summer blockbuster, could have been really bad.
But
John Hammond could have sucked as a character. Alan Grant could have sucked, but David Coop and Steven Spielberg were able to make these characters work, and
in a great world.
Yeah, I just love Jurassic Park. Is the effects are phenomenal. Even if they're too smooth, they still look good than like something like Justice League today. The effects from Jurassic Park, they still hold up. The characters are still great. It's still great. Now, what's your number 4?
Number 4? No. Indiana Jones.
All of them?
No, the first one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders.
You see, hold on.
Getting it out.
You see, Lucas.
I'm not a massive fan of George Lucas.
Yeah, George Lucas thought it'd be a good idea to give it the name Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. But no, it's called Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it's a good thing Spielberg did not do that. Like, I did a special edition where they like retitled, Star Wars, and they slapped a new hope on it.
Can we review for like maybe around Christmas? Can we do the Star Wars holiday special?
What?
What? The Star Wars holiday special. See, this is what happens when
let's talk about
the Star Wars holiday special.
Let's talk about Raiders of the Lost Ark, shall we? So, what do you say your thoughts on it?
I think it's one of the most funnest movies ever made. To the action, to the direction, to the acting. It's just a good time,
So now my number 4 is Saving Private Ryan.
All right.
I really still have to give it to Saving Private Ryan.
You mean Shakespeare in Love? Don't hit me again.
The cinematography is brilliant. How all the action sequences is shot. It's a great movie. All around. But even if you think the D-Day sequence and everything else is just bland, I still think everything after the D-Day sequence is great. It's about Americans. It's about these Americans. There's everything to save one of their brothers.
Well, most people that like Saving Private Ryan only really mention those beginning 20 minutes. That's really.
But everything else is still great.
All right.
I still love the sequence with Paul Giamatti and Ted Danson when they're fighting there, and they somehow find like a Nazi fortress. I like the scene. I like that scene where they're like about to kill a Nazi soldier, but they don't want to. I love Tom Hanks' speech about saving Ryan. I love everything about it. It's one of his best well-shot movies. I can't say more about it. It's one of the best war movies ever made.
Okay.
Now you're number 3.
All right. Face ID. Jurassic Park, number 3.
All right.
We already got some conflict there, but I think it's also a really great movie. You know.
Everything that I said is.
Yeah, everything that yeah.
So now my number 3 is Schindler's List.
All right.
I just love the character dynamics between Oskar Schindler, Amon Goth, Itzhak Stern. I love the whole Oskar Schindler story. He is as this businessman who only cares about money, but as he goes on as a character, he really learns like empathy. You really feel like you're seeing a change of character.
You are, yes.
And that's what I love about it. It's a guy trying to do what is right. And it could be very, and I find it could be a very, like, influential to a lot of people.
It can, yes.
And I love Ralph Fiennes is fucking great. I think both Liam Neeson and Ralph Fiennes should have won for this movie.
Liam Neeson should have won.
And how they just depict the Holocaust is
Real.
Something that could never. I feel like people have tried to do it. Roman Polanski's tried it.
Roman Polanski,
I guess, is like the closest. Like the pianist.
Don't search up what he did, ladies and gentlemen.
I think people know.
Just,
the pianist, I think, is like the successor to Schindler's List. I will say, but I feel like everything else, like even Jojo Rabbit, which is more like
Jojo Rabbit.
It's more like it makes fun of
everything. It's a comedy.
It makes fun of everything though. But I feel like nothing can really just top it, and I think we should all just stop making Holocaust movies, and we should just let this movie stand on its own.
Agreed.
Now you're number 2.
That was Schindler's List. Is my number two.
Oh. My number 2 is Catch Me If You Can.
Oh.
I love this movie. I love DiCaprio.
I also like it too.
I love the relationship between Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio. As you think, like, they're enemy, they're enemies, but deep down they're just the same. They both don't have any families in their life, and I like how it all comes together that they really just become their own family. Because that's the whole message. That's the whole point of Catch Me If You Can is Frank trying to get his family back together.
Like Vin Diesel.
So what is your number 1 favorite?
E.T. Gotta be E.T. Has to be.
So, my number 1 was very hard. Because my number 1 is really these 2 movies. It's Raiders and Last Crusade.
Right.
But I don't want to double dip. So I gotta really decide what I like better. Raiders or Last Crusade. I can't help it.
Okay.
I gotta go with Raiders.
All right.
It is one of the best popcorn. It's the greatest popcorn film of all time. It's what I wish more Hollywood movies were like. They more continue to be. It's got everything that I miss from movies these days. Great characters, actual stunt work, and actual in-camera effects.
Wow.
It's all rare today. Indiana Jones is such a great character. He's a great vulnerable character because he's not a superhero. He's like an actual person. This is just one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it. It's the best action, adventure, fantasy of all time. Well, Blake, so it was great talking about these Spielberg movies.
Yes, you too.
So can you get started on the security camera installments?
Yeah, sure. What are the cameras for?
To prevent people from breaking in.
That failed because I broke in.
So you're not a security installment guy?
I wish I was, but I'm not. Man, where's the safe with all your jewelry and stuff?
Thank you guys for watching.
Can I
Please
take
subscribe.
your...
Please subscribe, like this video.
Can I take
Tell me your favorite Steven Spielberg movie.
Can I take your NFTs?
What?
You don't know what an NFT is?
No.